Hi grade 6s and welcome to your IXL lesson for today. We're going to be continuing with our geometric measurement and we're looking today at CC 11 and 12. So we're going to be looking at cubes and rectangular prisms. So a rectangular prism, your most common one that you've ever seen is your tissue box or your Kleenex, whatever you call it. All right, so this is your rectangular prism. Now we're trying to find out the volume of this guy, and actually finding out volume may be one of your easiest formula that you need to know. Let's learn with the example and we can see it here. To find the volume of a rectangular prism, volume is equal to length times by width times by height. So you have got your three parts, okay, your length times by your width times by your height. All right, so you take the three measurements you get given and you multiply them all together. It's really that simple. So this you should be able to plow through pretty quickly. Here we've got what is the volume. So this is how you would set it up. Again, get tired of writing this out so that you can get it into your head and never forget it. All right, so you don't have to look it up every year. Sorry, centimeters. We're multiplying that by 3 centimeters and we're multiplying that by 5 centimeters. It really doesn't matter what order you do that in. So your volume is equal to, well, 2 times 3 is 6, times by 5, 6 times by 5 is 30. Now, this is the one part you need to pay attention to. You have got 1, 2, 3 centimeters. We're multiplying them all together, so your end result will be to the power of 3. Another way we say it is cubed or cubic centimeters. So you could say it's 30 centimeters cubed, 30 centimeters to the power of 3, or 30 cubic centimeters. All right, so let's pop that in. Let's try this one. Okay. So what is the volume? I'm going to actually make a volume is equal to length times width times height. All right, and that's your formula for finding volume. And I'm going to include a new text box so we can keep that there. All right, so volume, in this case, we've got 5 meters. We're multiplying that by 4 meters, and we're multiplying that by 4 meters. So let's go. 5, you can use your calculator. 5 times by 4 times by 4, all in one go, you get 80. You've got meter, 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 so that is meters cubed, right? As a power of 3 or cubic meters. Let's do one more together. What is this volume? Maybe press pause, work it out yourself. Let's go. So volume is equal to 1 meter times by 3 meters times by 5 meters. So 1 times by 3 times by 5, that should give you 15. You've got 3 different meters, multiplying them together, that will give you meters cubed, right? 15 cubic meters. All right, so that is volume of a cube or a rectangular prism. Easy as that. Okay, let's go on to C12. Here we're going to be looking at the surface area of the same shapes. We've got cubes and rectangular prisms. Okay, so again, we're looking at our tissue box, and you do sometimes get those ones that are in a little squarey. Let's look at the learn with an example, because this will tell you exactly how to figure it out, okay? A rectangular prism has got 3 pairs of identical faces. If you're looking at this box, you've got the top and the bottom, that's one pair. You've got the front and the back, that's another pair. And you've got the 2 sides, and that's a third pair. And these opposite sides are equal. So this is what you need to remember, okay? So looking at this shape here, you've got the top and the bottom, you've got the side, and you've got the front and the back, okay? So you've got two of those, you've got two of those, and you've got two of those. And then you add it all together, all right? And when you're finding the area of this guy, so you're doing 1 times by 5, so that would, what are we working with? Meters. Meters squared plus 10 meters squared plus 2 meters squared, and you will get to your answer. You've got 2 of each of those. You get to 34 meters squared. All right, so let's go slowly with this one together. What is the surface area? Okay. Right, and we're going to shorten that by going SA, right? Surface area. You are going to go 2 times by, and you can use your brackets here, 2 times by 3 times 3, right? You're going to add 2 of, and then I've taken that one and then the other side, right? 2 of those. And then we've got, let's try, you could even number them. Do that one and then that one and then that one. And really it does not matter anymore of which order that you use, all right? You can see that this is a cube, all right? So you could just say, well, there are then 6 of the 3 by 3 and that would shorten your day. But for those of you, for the understanding of how to do surface area, I'm going to go the long way around so that it will apply both to a cube and to a rectangular prism. So the first one, we've got 2 of those. We've got the front and the back, 2 3 by 3, and you're going to add 2 of these ones. Now remember, these sides, they're opposite, right? So we've got 3 and 3 on this side as well, right? And the top and the bottom and the top. Okay, so we can now use these measurements to continue with our writing. Oh, I changed it completely. Right, there you go. 2 of this one, we've got 3 by 3. And then we're going to add the third, the top and the bottom, which is also 3 by 3. And we've got 2 of them. All right. So it's a little bit of a long process to get the first part down, but once you've got that, you can just add them all together. We've got 3 times by 3 is 9. So we've got 2 times by 9. And we're adding 2 times by another 9. And we're adding 2 times by another 9, right? I've just taken this step and gone 3 times 3 and made that shortened form of 9, right? Now I can do each step 2 times by 9. Remember, when it's in a bracket like this, this also means times. 2 times by 9 is 18, and we're adding up another 2 by 9, that's 18, and a third 2 by 9 is 18. Okay, and so what is 18 times by 3? Surface area of this guy is 54, and we're working with centimeters, and because it's area, it's squared, right? We're working with area. Okay, let's try another one together. Again, it's a cube, so let's try that one. Okay, let's clear all the drawings first, and let's add in, here we go. Surface area of a cube, you could go 6 times by 4 by 4 because you've got 6 faces that are all the same size in a cube, all right? But for the sake of learning how to do it for a rectangle, we're going to go the long way around. So we've got 2 of these guys. I'm going to draw it first. I've got 1, 2, and 3, all right? So I've got 2 of each of those. Sorry. 2 of 4 times by 4. Remember, length times by width. And we're going to add 2 of these guys, which is 4 by, the side is the same as this side. Remember, opposite sides, 4. 4 times by 4. Let's draw them in. and the opposite side is there as well. Opposite side is there. All right, so there, all my sides are 4 in a cube. Okay, so let's continue. We've got 2 of 4 times by 4. And we've got another 2 of 4 times by 4. I think I'm going to write out the easier way to do a cube for you so that you can save yourself some time if you understand this one. What is 4 times 4 is 16. And we got it 2 times by 16 again. And we got 2 times a third 16. Okay, good. What is 2 times 16? It's 32. We're adding another 32, and we're adding another 32. The surface area of this guy is 96, and we're working with meters and meters squared. Remember, you are doing area only. You're finding the area of each face and you're adding them all together. You see all these plus signs, so you're not multiplying. Here though, there's just 4 meters by 4 meters, and this is where you get your 1, 2, your squared, right? Okay. Let me just show you. Area of the surface area of a cube, you're going to take there are 6 sides and they're all the same, 4 by 4. So you could go like that if you wanted to, but just make sure that all 3 of these measurements are exactly the same to verify that it is in fact a cube. Then you would have 6 times by 16. And that is just a little bit quicker to get you to 96 meters squared, right? So if you have a cube on your hands and you need to find the surface area, you can go straight to this formula. This formula you will need for a rectangular prism. You can do it for the cube as well. It just does take an extra few steps. Okay, so let's put that in. We've got 96 square meters. Let's do one more together. Yay. All right, so this one is where we have not got a cube. You can see there's a 5, a 5, and a 4. So we're going to go a little bit slower on this one. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to include the opposite sides here. So I know that this line is 5. I know that that line is 5. I know that the opposite side of this guy is 4, right? And then I can number my sides 1, 2, and 3. And again, it doesn't matter which order you do this in. Okay, so surface area of a rectangle. I don't know what happened there. Surface area of a rectangular prism. But first, remember we got 2 of each side. So we've got 2 number 1s for this side and that side. We've got 2 number 2s, that side and the back, and 2 number 3s, top and the bottom, right? The 2 number 1s. 1 is 5 by 5. 5 times by 5. We're going to add 2 of the number 2s, which is here is 5 times by 4. We're going to add 2 of the number 3s, which is the top and the bottom, which is also 5 by 4. Okay, let's make that long enough. There you go. Okay, so that is all we need to get from our shape, and now we just work it out on the piece of paper. Surface area is equal to 2 times by 25. 5 times 5 is 25. We're adding 2. 5 times 4 is 20. And we're adding 2 times by another 20. 5 times 4 is 20. Okay, next step, do one step at a time for each row. Right, so 2 times by 25, remember when you have the brackets, you are multiplying the numbers together. So 2 times by 25 is 50. 2 times by 20 is 40. And another 2 times by 20 is 40. Okay. So we have got, in the end, 50 plus 40 plus 40 is 130. What is our measurement that we're using? Millimeters. And because it is area, surface area, it is square millimeters. And here it does tell you square millimeters, just to remind you. Okay, so 130 square millimeters, and there you go. All right, I hope that that helps you understand surface area and volume of both a cube and a rectangular prism. And you can continue practicing those today. I hope you have a fantastic day further. Ciao for now.